Dr. Ayamba, you talk about a drawing table. Will you accept a dialogue with the government?
I don't want, you know where I work. Those of you who know me, and again, the Secretary of State, I deal with diplomacy. And diplomacy, I will not say no. We are open to dialogue. But this time, on a position of strength. And we will lay down conditions. Why? Let me give you a summary. The consortium were sitting there dialoguing with the regime. They were open. We gave them the powers. They represented the Southern Cameroon people. They represented Ambazonians. They were dialoguing with the people, with the regime. What did the regime do? It turned around, harvested all of them. I said harvested all of them and dumped them in jail for 8-9 months. And some of them are still there, even with the presidential decree. Opened the door and said, go away. Left some there. We don't trust them. 1 second, 1 bit. We don't trust them. So we will not sit on a discussion table for a dialogue without a third party. And there are conditions. Release all political prisoners. Release everybody who has been arrested, who has been jailed in Conakry. And you have different prisons around the world, around Cameroon. Release all of them unconditionally. I say unconditionally. Secondly, you have to pay reparations to anybody who has been killed. Those who have been sick, those who have been raped, they must pay damages. The regime must pay damages. Then we come to dialogue. Dialogue must be on a third party. We don't trust them for 1 second. If Gogomo is calling us to go to Cameroon, or is calling Ambazonians, calling us to sit for dialogue, okay, the African Union is there, ECOWAS is there, the United Nations is there, other international organizations are there, UNPO is there. We will go, but without that, there's no dialogue. And people should not take it as if it's a joke. Cameroon is a dangerous society. And I will repeat this and quote me. Cameroon will never be the same. Whether Biya likes it or not, let him forget about his federalism he's trying to sing, because that is where they are weighing to now. We don't want federalism. It's either we have the full restoration of the independence of independence and statehood of the Southern Cameroon, or we go down the road of bloodshed. They have already done it to us. Because if peace cannot be got through peace, it can be got through war. You will say, war has never solved anything. No, I'm telling you, war has solved a lot of things. We might not be as powerful now to face the French-supported regime of Biya in Cameroon, but the time is coming. We'll pull the trigger.
I will continue with the dialogue. The government decided yesterday to dispatch a delegation of elite to visit and dialogue with the population of Northwest and Southwest regions. And Barrister Agbo Congo Felix, he refused to receive Philemon delegation because, according to him, no negotiation will be argued. And he also says that if they don't release all peaceful protesters, if they don't restore complete internet access and call for a roundtable dialogue in the presence of the United Nations, nothing will work. Is it the same position you have or not?
I've just said that. I've just said that. In Barrister Felix Agbonkongo Bala is somebody I know perfectly well. We are Southern Cameroonians. We share different opinions from day one, because Southern Cameroonians are trying to look Bala as Barrister Agbonkongo as a sellers, because he's talking about federalism. That has been his position from day one. I know it. That is his position. We can differ in opinion. We are not enemies. That is what intelligent people do. Academicians, that's what they do. You differ in opinion, you advance your arguments, and we debate, and we weigh the pros and the cons, and we see it that way. But he's right. He's right. He knows it. He lived it firsthand. He was in the meeting, dialoguing with the regime. And the next day, he spent what? 8 months in jail? And you want to call him again to go for another dialogue without a third party, without a neutral body like the United Nations or the African Union or ECOWAS or whoever, that we live here. I represent Southern Cameroon, I represent a big chunk of Southern Cameroon, and I go there and I'm arrested? No, we're not going to do that. There are times that, the time when we were begging La Republique for dialogue, mano a mano, face to face, has passed. Now, dialogue without a third party, forget it.
I will come back to the Ambazonia state. We have some Francophone, born and grew there, but working in Yaoundé. They don't speak English. If the Ambazonian independence is given by, let us suppose like that, by the United Nations, will you accept that person, that people who were born there, but they grow in another part of Cameroon?
I was born in Southern Cameroon. I live in Belgium. I acquired the status of any Belgian in this country. You see, it's a delicate scenario which people are talking. And I keep telling people, I'm one of the people of the 11th province. In the United States, as soon as you are born in America, you acquire the American citizenship. Cameroon don't want to give us dual nationality. Let them take it and shove it somewhere they want. That's their problem. In Southern Cameroon, it will be different. You are born in Southern Cameroon, you want to live in Southern Cameroon, respect the Southern Cameroon's law. If you don't want to respect our law, if you don't want to respect when they say ghost towns, you close your shop, everybody's closing your shop. No, je ne veux pas fermer ma boutique parce que je suis francophone. Go to hell. Go to where you think you will not respect the laws. We will respect everybody coming to Southern Cameroon to live there, whether you are born in Southern Cameroon or not, as you are saying, because they are born there. What of people who are not born there? Let me take, I have my friend Jean-Pierre from Belgium. He's from Liège. He wants to come and live in Southern Cameroon. And he lived there for 6, 7, 8 years. He asked for the Southern Cameroon nationality. If he qualifies for the nationality, it should be given to him. And when you accept the nationality of that region, or of that country, of that territory, you respect the laws, you abide by the laws enshrined in the governing of the state. You are one of us. If you don't want to do it, don't come, because we will throw you through the small window out.
Now we will talk about the diplomacy. I would like to know if you have intended something to do in Belgium concerning diplomacy.
As from the State Department, I'm not that type of person who let the cat out of the bag. I'm responsible for diplomacy of Southern Cameroon the world over. If you want me to sit here and give you what is planned, I'm not going to do that. There's a lot going on daily basis. The situation is chaotic. We are mourning. Let the Ambazonia people finish mourning. We will enter to the death phase of the struggle, both within the territory and internationally.
Yeah, there's a popular saying that life on the earth is like a bedsit. The bedsit survive and the weakest perish. And solidarity is only the alternative to all of us. As we may have observed in the in southwest and northwest region of Cameroon, there are some population who are not for secession. Others are for federation. And the last part is for decentralization. How will you manage to bring all that people to accept what you are planning to do?
We are in a revolution. We are in a revolution. And in a revolution, mind me, you will never have 100% unity. That's the truth. But if you have more than 70, 80% like what we have today, you go for it. That's how it's going to be. Now, the people who are advocating for referendum or to stay for decentralization, how long ago did the regime, BS regime, started talking about decentralization? What have they done? Gentlemen, we don't have that time. We have reached a level where, on daily basis, the situation deteriorates. The situation currently in the southern Cameroon has deteriorated. Biya is already running away from Cameroon. He's hiding somewhere in Swiss because he's scared of what is going to happen. His own people are against him. No, listen, we have our intel. It's time for people for a coup d'etat in Cameroon. People are surprised why there's no coup d'etat in Cameroon yet. Where is Gurandi? 1982. Nobody has learned a lesson. They are keeping Gurandi somewhere. And they think they have done it? No, they are wrong. Biya is hiding in Switzerland. He thinks he's hiding. No. We can pluck him where he is. I mean, pluck him. We can pluck him where he is. He should not be killing our people and hiding abroad. Go back to your country. Feel the pinch. Like the parents who have lost loved ones. Like the mother whose daughter was raped. Like my uncle who lost two sons, the big brother and the small brother, on the same day, and is burying them. So what I'm saying is that the situation is very chaotic, and might be people are just looking at it and saying it's not. Might be the killing that we have killed them. What has happened on October 1, or September 22nd and October 1, they are going to pull back. The quietness now is because we are mourning. Even the dead should be given peace. And when the time comes, we are going to germinate. We are going to rise up as one man, and we beat La Republique hands down in our territory. We are not going to take, as I repeat, we are not going to take 1 inch of La Republique territory. We want our territory back. It is ours. It's going to be a difficult fight. We know it because the French are there backing them. But the French themselves, they are not safe. We have seen it. We have seen the international terrorism going on. How many times French actions in troubled zones in the world has cost them a lot of souls for no good reason. Innocent people are being killed because of the actions that they have taken in different countries. Gentlemen, let me say something. In a revolution, we don't follow titles, we follow courage. Now is the time of courage, and we are going to take La République face to face.